Hey, how's it going, YouTube? So, I just felt like posting a little ramble or a little rant, hopefully, a conversation. Maybe I can get some replies from some of you musicians out there or any of you guys out there. Um, just on the state of affairs, here we are. It's January 2021, and we've more or less been in a global pandemic for a year now. And I just kind of wanted to talk about what that means for musicians, especially performing musicians, and how, we can have a conversation about this, on a personal level just to kind of support each other because I'm not expecting many people to watch this, but more than that, on a societal level of what this means for performing musicians and you know, what we need to do. So, you know, yeah, there are gigs out there. there's some gigs to be had. There's some, socially distanced farmers markets and, your occasional thing that you can do outside. It's just crazy to kind of think about what the future of big festivals and big shows and performances and what that means for our egos and what that means for everything that we've worked for and built. And I'm not trying to be nihilistic about this, or I don't know if that was the right word, but I want to be optimistic. It's just crazy because I never thought we'd be here. So, like, what do you do when everything, for X amount of years up until this point is now put into question? I guess it's good to question it, what do all those memories of playing in packed houses, like, what are we going to tell the next generation of musicians that will never be able to kind of experience the things that we did? So I guess it's more of like a heyday kind of thing. I don't know, it's crazy. I'm hopeful, I'm hopeful, but it seems so crazy to think about a packed dive bar with a grungy rock and roll band, Yeah, weird. But we truly didn't know what we had, until this happens. And I think that, hopefully everybody's just writing and practicing and not necessarily working on your chops so much as just like practicing all the things you wanted to practice but never got around to. But yeah, and just living your life, I think a lot of us probably spent way too much time gigging and rehearsing and touring than hiking and camping and laughing and, essentially just focus on ourselves and other interests, and really caring for our own health. As great as being a performing musician is, it's a life that isn't necessarily conducive to health and healthy choices. So, this is a great time to kind of refocus on a lot of different elements of our own existence, more than just being these creative, emotive performers that is so necessary for society, but at the same time so necessary for our own egos as performers and artists, that it's nice to kind of stop feeding that side of ourselves and really focus on other things. So I see that as a positive, and I also see that, currently I moved to the Big Island and I'm not really in a position to be playing that much anymore. So I guess I'm pretty lucky in that regard. But you know, it's more just like this is a really interesting place that we find ourselves in as artists and performers, especially. And so, you know, there is more to life, and there is hope for things to come back. And even though it'll never probably be the way that it was again anytime soon, um, you, me, we're all still so valuable, and everything that we've worked up until this point isn't a waste. And yeah, I just kind of want to be here for all of you and kind of make sure we all support each other in these times, because it's crazy to really question everything at such an existential level, you know, um, and to be here so many months, years later, really thinking that this would be over already. But I want to know what you guys are doing. Let me know if you happen to watch this rant. And yeah, just take care of each other, take care of your health and your body, and have fun with your music and your art and your lives, and you know, call your mom if she's still around and tell her you love her. All right, peace and love. Take care, YouTube.